Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Elohim, do all these things. I want to start off by saying I give all honor and glory to Abba Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Amashiach, Barakathai, the Howler for the Rakah Kodash, the Howler for the house of King David, the third temple that's being built here in the daughter of Babylon, and when we've been scattered in the four corners of the earth amongst every nation. Once again, the Howler for our forefather Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Howler for Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, our tall Akim from the tribe of Yahweh, from the nation of Yasharallah, our chief shepherd, our chief cornerstone, Yahweh Shai, Mashiach. The Howler for King David, who will rule well under Yahweh Shai, Mashiach. The Howler for the elect men out there in the highways and the byways doing this work in sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the house of King David. The elect men that's out there in the highways and the byways doing these lessons, these videos in sincerity and in truth. The Howler for the Yaquad that's being subjection to their husband. Teaching other sisters and teaching the little bitty ones at home. Shalom, Barakathai. Let's be repetitive. Isaiah 45 and 7. Got to be reading out of the King James 1611 edition. I form the light. Yahweh, the great king that's on the throne, said, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace. He said he make peace and he create evil. I, the Elohim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Amashiach, Barakathai, do all these things. He do all these things, Yasharallah. All these things. All these things. Mark 10 and 34. Think not, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, with a so-called white man in your mind. With Esau in your mind. Why you saying Jesus Christ? You got Esau in your mind. You got a so-called white man in your mind. Think not that I am come to send peace on the earth. Yahweh Shai, so-called black man from the tribe of Judah, from the nation of Yasharallah. I came not to send peace. You see, the Most High didn't come to send peace, Yasharallah, but a sword, but destruction. You see? For I am come to set a man at variance. You see? A man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. He said, a man's foes, you see, shall be they of his own house. In the house where you live, whether you live in a family of 5, a family of 10, a family of 12. In the house of Esau, this is Esau's house. The daughter of Babylon, spiritual Egypt, and Sodom and Gomorrah. America is a house as well. Esau is a house. Israel is a house. Moab is a house. You see? The Most High came to set man against man, woman against woman. You see? Kingdoms against kingdoms, nation against nation. You see? A man's foe shall be they of his own household. Your enemy gonna be of your own household, Yasharallah. Let's get the book of Exodus. The book of Exodus. Chapter 15 and verse number 3. He said that Elohim is a man of war, not a woman of war. A man M-A-N, a man. The Elohim is a man, not a woman, a man of war. The Elohim is his name. So the Most High is about war. He's about that life. He's about it, Yasharallah. You better get with it. Let's play this clip.
Well, a white man goes into captivity. Well, you don't know what that means. Some of us do. I do. Because I have to look at it every day. We don't go into captivity in this life. We go into captivity in the next.
So Esau say he know he's going into captivity. He know he's going into captivity. But he say not in this life, but the life to come. He know in the life to come, he's going into captivity. He's going into captivity. In the next life. Let's get that. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Through the Rakakodah. I give all honor and glory to Abba Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Mashiach, Barakatai, Yahweh for this truth, Yahweh for the spirit of prophecy, which is the spirit of Yahweh Shah, Mashiach. Revelations 19 and 10. Second Esdras chapter 6. Second Esdras, Hebrew Israelite. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob is the 12 tribes of Yasharallah. Jacob is you so-called blacks, you so-called African Americans, you so-called blacks, Latinos and Native American, West Indies, Trinidadians, Haitians, Jamaicans, so forth and so on, with Indian, Taino, Negro descent by the pedigree, the house of your father, Numbers 1:18, that's Jacob, that's Yahweh. And where we've been scattered in the four corners of the earth. And Esau is the so-called white man. Esau is the man in this video. Esau, Sasha will waste away. Esau. For Esau, you get it? Were born of him. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. Because that was symbolic. That was symbolic in the Bible that Esau would rule first and go into and be the captors, the oppressors of Jacob, and then Esau would go into captivity and serve his brother Jacob at the end after World War III. And the next life, the next world, the world to come, the next eon, the next cosmos. You see, for Esau is the end of the world. So this is the end of Esau's world. His heaven, his earth, his rulership, his dominion, his kingdom, his authority on planet earth. For Esau is the end of the world. It's the end. And Jacob, the 12 tribes, is the beginning of it that followed. Let's get some precept. Let's make it make sense. Let's make it make sense, man. Let's get Amos. Prophet Amos, who's a Hebrew Israelite. They are Israelites. Amos 1:11. Thus said the Elohim, for 3 transgressions of Edom, so-called white man, your lover, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother. You see, Esau, the so-called white man, have pursued the so-called black man. have pursued the so-called Latino man and Native American man and West Indian man with Indian Taino Negro descent by the seed of their father, right? With the sword, with destruction, with prison, with the hanging in the tree, with the lynching, with the butt breaking, with oppression. You see, by the sword, and did cast off all pity. They didn't show no pity to their brother Jacob. Esau didn't show us no pity, and he's still not showing us no pity. And his anger did tear perpetually. That means Esau, Edom, his anger tear perpetually means everlasting, and kept his wrath forever. You see, he have kept his wrath forever. Okay? All right, because of the birthright. Because Jacob got the birthright. Because we got next. Zechariah 1:15. Prophet Zechariah, another Hebrew Israelite. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased. And they helped forward the affliction. You see, Esau kept the affliction going. It ain't in. You ain't free, Israel. You still in captivity yet this day. You still a slave yet this day. They helped forward the affliction. The affliction is still going on, the Most High say. Therefore, thus said the Elohim, I am returned to Jerusalem, Yasharim, with mercy. It's talking about Jacob, Mount Zion, Yasharallah. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans with Indian Taino Negro descent, you see, shall be with mercy. He said, my house shall be built. Talking about the house of King David, the third temple, the house of David, shall be built in it, said the Elohim of hosts. And a line, you see, the Most High going to draw a line, shall be stretched forth upon Yahshua. You see, that's what's going on. Cry yet, saying, thus said the Elohim of hosts. He said, my cities through prosperity shall yet be spread abroad. And the Elohim shall what? Shall yet comfort Zion. You see? And shall yet choose Yahshua. Because Esau, he's being made bare. He's being made bare, Yasharallah. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah 49 and number 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. And he shall not be able to hide himself. See, the so-called white man can't hide himself. He know he's Esau. He know he's Jacob. His seed is spoiled. His children are spoiled. And his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. You see? He say, the Most High Prophet Jeremiah, Abba Yahweh Bashim say, leave thy fatherless children alone. Leave the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, West Indies, and where we've been scattered in the four corners of the earth alone. The Most High say, Esau, leave them alone. He said, I will preserve them alive. And let thy widows trust in me. For thus said the Elohim, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have certainly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? He said the cup that was drunken was by the elect of Israel. You had Daniel in the lion's den. You see, you had the elect of Yasharallah. You had John in the island of Patmos and the salt mines. Apostle Paul We all caught hell here, and we still catching hell. All the prophets, all the apostles caught hell. Those that was not meant to drink of the cup, that's going into the house of King David. And you think you gonna get away scot-free, Esau? The Most High said, you think you gonna get away? My children got punished. My chosen vessels got punished. The nation of Yasharallah got punished. Mount Zion got punished. And you believe now you just gonna get away scot-free and ain't nothing gonna happen to you? You just gonna say, I love Jesus Christ and I believe in Christianity and all is done. I love my so-called black brother now and everything is all right. No, the Most High said, oh no, Esau. Oh no. You got to pay for your crimes, buddy boy, as a nation of people. So yes, you are going into captivity, and you will catch that fire, that lake of fire in World War III by these ICBM nuclear continental ballistic missiles. Let's read that again. Jeremiah 49:12. He said, for thus said the Elohim, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have certainly drunken it. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? You think you're going to go altogether unpunished? You say, thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. See? He say, for I have sworn by myself, said the Elohim, that Basra, that's talking about America, the chief city of Edom, shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. Talking about the United States of America. You see? Okay. Let's go to Lamentation 4:21. Esau, you got to drink that cup. You got to get that captivity. He say, rejoice. Let's start in, let's see where I want to start. Let's start at Lamentations 4:19. Lamentations chapter 4, verse 19. Our persecutors. Who's our persecutors? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, your lover. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. They pursue us upon the mountains, upon the governments, you see, and laid wait for us in the wood. That's what they do. They pursue us in the government with these Republican and Democratic Party. All laws in place to go against the so-called black man, woman, and child. Against the so-called Latino man, woman, and child. They put unrighteous decrees against the Hebrew Israelites. Whether you know you're an Israelite or not. They know who we are, and they put laws in place to go against us. And they don't care who get hurt in the process, whether it's their own people. He said, our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. They pursue us upon the mountain. The mountains mean the governments, these governments. Okay? They lay wait for us in the wilderness. He said, the bread of our nostrils, the anointed of the Elohim was taken in their pits, you see. That go, like it say in Jeremiah chapter 49. They was punished. Those who it was meant for, they also drank the cup. Okay? Talking about Yasharallah. He said, the bread of our nostrils, the anointed of the Elohim was taken in their pits, of whom we said, under his shadow, see, because America's the shadow of death, Psalms 23, and we shall live among the heathen, you see. He say, rejoice, the Most High said, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwells in the land of Uz. The cup, there go that cup, there go that cup, that Folger's cup, what's it? That Folger's cup. The cup also shall what pass through unto thee. You're going to get a double shot. Everything Yasharallah went through, we went through captivity. We're still in captivity. Of course, Esau, you're going into captivity. You're going to get a double shot. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked. You see, you being revealed by Abba Yahweh. Just say that in Jeremiah 49:10. He making you bear. He say the punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion, and he will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit the iniquity, O daughter of Edom. Now the Most High say, I'm finna pay the so-called white man a visit. These Edomites. He say, Jacob, y'all done. Y'all done. I'm finna pay Esau now. I'm finna visit him. He will discover thy sins. You see? What sins? Let's find out. Let's get some of these sins. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 5. He said, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, you see, and has shed the blood of the children of Israel. See, Esau shed the blood of the children of Israel. Esau shed Jacob's blood by the force of the sword, you see, because this man was ruled by the sword, right? Genesis 27 and 39 and 40. By thy sword, Isaac say he shall live. In the time of their calamity, in the time of the Israelites' calamity, in the time that the iniquity had to end, we just read that in Zechariah 1 and 15. Therefore, as I live, said the Elohim Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood. So the Most High is about that life. He's about war. Okay? He didn't come to send peace, but rather a sword, right? Therefore, as I live, said the Elohim, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Mashah Barakatah, I will prepare thee unto blood, talking about Esau Edom, and blood shall pursue thee. Seeing thou hast not hated blood, so the so-called white man did not hate blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir, talking about the home of the Edomites, USA, and where he been scattered, where Esau is at in the earth. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from in him that passeth out, and him that returneth. Okay, so the Most High said, I will fill his mountains, which is Esau governments, with his slain men, his dead men. See, it's going to be a lot of dead bodies, a whole lot of dead bodies going on. A bunch of slain men. His military going to get slain by Russia, by China, by Iran, by North Korea, by East India. You see, by Yahushua Mashiach chariots. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men, with his dead men. And what in thy hills, his lower government, and in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword, with destruction. So it's nothing but destruction is coming here. For you Edomites are in trouble. You see? So yes, y'all are going into captivity. Okay? Y'all gonna serve Yasharallah. Let's continue on with the clip.
Not in this one. And y'all want war? I got news for you. Half of the black folks ain't gonna fight with you. Period. Just like the ones that are wanting war that are white, I ain't fighting with you either. I'm gonna stick with God's people. And God's people don't want this war. Period. Y'all are being manipulated into doing exactly what they want. Don't fall for that. Jacob and Esau were brothers. And they're not.
He said Jacob and Esau's brothers. So he know he Esau, and he know the so-called black man is Jacob.
Oh, God hated Esau. But he also, do as I say, not as I do. What does he say about loving your brother? Were they not brothers?
So he say he know that the Most High hate Esau. Let's get that. He knows that. He know the scripture. See, but he say ain't Esau Jacob's brother? But yeah, we just read that in Amos 1:11 for 4 transgression against Edom. Esau, he broke the brotherly covenant. Okay, not only 3 transgression, which is already too much, but for 4. So Esau, he broke the brotherly covenant. Okay, he broke the covenant. So when they talk about love your brother as thyself, well, that's talking about Israel loving themselves. Anybody from thy nation, let's prove that though. Let's go to the book of Leviticus. So your neighbor, your brother, is the man from your nation. Let's go to Leviticus, because Esau and Jacob are two different nations, right? Genesis 20, 25 and 25. And the Elohim spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto all the congregation of the children of Israel. See? So he commanded Moses to speak to the whole congregation of the children of Israel, and say unto them, to my Israel, Yasharallah, ye shall be holy. Holy being what? To be separate and set apart. For I, the Elohim, your Yahweh, am holy. Now jump down to Leviticus 19 and 17, because we understand that the audience is who? The audience is who? Israel. Moses speaking to who? The congregation of Israel. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. So that's talking about anybody within thy nation. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, meaning correct. Rebuke meaning correct. And not suffer sin upon him. And thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people. Talking about Yasharallah. But thou shalt love thy neighbor. So your neighbor is anybody from thy people. Moses speaking to the congregation of Israel. But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Elohim. You see? So our neighbor is anybody from your nation. Esau neighbor is anybody from his nation. Moab brother is anybody from his nation. So your brother and your sister is anybody from your people, your nation. That's your neighbor.
I'm just saying. And besides that, not trying to sound cocky by any means, but that's a war you can't win. Not here. There's no way possible. I don't care how many other minority groups you got backing you. You can't win.
So that's it on that, Yasharallah. So yeah, Esau, he's gone into captivity. Yes, the so-called white man is Esau, Edom. They're the Edomites, and they got a great judgment. Let's go to the book of Obadiah, chapter 1. Let's start at verse, let's see where I want to go. Let's go to the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, and verse number 8. There's only one chapter in Obadiah. Shall I not in that day, said the Elohim, even destroy the wise men out of Edom? You see? So the Edomites are being destroyed. The Most High is taking the wisdom out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau. You see? Okay? And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end, that every one of the mount of Esau may be what? May be cut off by slaughter. You see? For thy violence against thy brother Jacob. You see? This is how they say in Ezekiel 35 and 5. Shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Okay? So, yes, Esau is going into captivity. He's going into captivity. He's going to get that cup. He's going to get a double shot. The curses is going to go on him, as it say in the book of Deuteronomy 30 and 7. Everything that Yasharallah went through, yes, he going to get double. I hope that this lesson was edifying. Shalom.